Hey, what's up, VC? Coming at you again with my 6th video, still talking about my record collection, the type of records that I collect, where I got them, and if I remember, how much I paid for them. So, as always, I start off with my purge pile, records I no longer want to keep, I'm willing to sell or trade off. So, I have 5 here. Here's the first one. Machine Gun. This is Commodores' 1974 debut album on Motown. There's some funky tracks here, especially the title track Machine Gun, which is an instrumental, but I don't play this, and so I'm not hanging on to it. Time for it to go. Next I have from the same year, 1974, Ramsey Lewis, Sun Goddess. The title track is amazing. I think it's about 10 minutes long with Earth, Wind and Fire. And there is one other track on here to note, and that's Gemini Rising, the last track on the album. Pure jazz, Ramsey Lewis on the synthesizer, but again, only 2 tracks that really hold their weight, so this one's going. Next is Duke Ellington, Indigos. The problem with this, I find it boring. There's no tracks with pace. The playing is amazing, but I just don't listen to it and I find it a bit boring, so it's going. And next we have Milt Buckner, Green Onions. Everyone will know the title track. This is from 1980. It's on the Classic Jazz label. And it's a good album and funky, soulful, but it's a little too much organ. There's just something about albums that there's too much organ. I just can't handle it. So this one's going. Next is an album that I'm gonna sell because, and this is the issue, there's too much surface noise. Chambers Brothers, New Generation. I'm just waiting to find a better copy of this. I love the album. It's definitely a mix of psych, rock, funk, soul, gospel. I love their music, so this one's only going because that surface noise bothers me. Next is 1968, Chambers Brothers Shout. This one I am keeping. Now I'm going to get into the records that I'm keeping because I like them. 1968, OG Canadian Press on Rio Records, and I got this at Value Village, a thrift store here in Kingston, for $2. This is amazing. This is the type of stuff I love. Time for a little bit of jazz. Albert Ayler, Reevaluations, The Impulse Years. This is a double LP, gatefold, compilation of his songs from, I think it's from about 1965 to 1969 on the Impulse label. Amazing. This is more free, soulful, spiritual jazz. This is the type of shit that I love. And the first song, Zion Hill, every time I hear it, I kind of giggle because I wonder what would my wife think listening to that song. It's a bit out there, but that's the type of stuff I love. Next, and I wanted to mention, I got this on eBay from a seller, Funky Sounds, from the States, and he's always a little bit more pricey, but his albums are so worth it. The quality's amazing. You can tell he cleans them properly. You can't go wrong. His collections are just amazing. So I think I paid $23 including shipping for a double LP of this quality. I think it was worth it. Next I have Pat Metheny, Ornette Coleman, and this one was from 1986, and this is on Geffen Records. This might as well be an ECM record because you have players like Charlie Hayden, Jack DeJohnette, Denardo Coleman, of course Ornette Coleman and Pat Metheny, and this is definitely free jazz, but a little bit more controlled. And they tear it up. Amazing, especially Charlie Hayden on bass. And this album sounds amazing. So I got this at a Kingston record show for $4. So, and I went on the 4th day. So this had been sitting there for $4 for 4 days and nobody bought it. And I mean, the jacket's in amazing condition. The record is minty. Lucky. Gonna get into a bit of reggae now, and we're gonna start with Buju Banton, Mr. Mention, and this is from 1992. This is that 90s, early 90s dancehall reggae, and this was his second album, and it has the tracks Bati Rider, Love Black Woman, Dickie, and Who Say with Barris Hammond. Now, this is amazing stuff, and I had been waiting for this album when I was younger, when I was a teenager. I missed the chance to buy this in Montreal, and when I was in Toronto at Play the Record, I finally bought it, and I paid up. I think I paid about $24 for it, but it was well worth it. And next is Buju's 1995 album, Till Shiloh. I got this off eBay for $12 including shipping from the States. Amazing price, and this was when Buju started to really go Rasta, really go conscious, lyrics and amazing songs. But he has Only Man on this that has the slam rhythm and amazing tracks. So still a bit of dancehall on this, but a little more conscious. I don't know if you can hear in the background, I have some dub music playing. I don't know much about dub, and this is my actual only dub record. It's called Mawamba Dub and War, Sound and Power, Chapter 2. And what's cool about this is, check that out. That's a nice blue vinyl, and I got this at a thrift store for $2. And when I look online at the pricing for this, it's way more than $2. It's about a $50 record. And the condition is amazing, so I'm hanging on to it. The bass, just the sound of this, the recording is amazing. So it just bangs in the system, but dub was never something that I really got into, but it's my only one, so I'm hanging on to it. Hip hop time. And I'm going to start with the BIGDADDYKANE. Screwed it up, but Big Daddy Kane. Long Live the Kane. This was 1988 on Cold Chillin' Records. Album was produced by Marley Marl. This has Ain't No Half Steppin', Raw, Set It Off. Kane is amazing. One of the best lyricists, early hip hop, and still can go. So I'm happy for that one. And I'm going to show my other Kane record, my only other album of Kane that I have, and that's Taste of Chocolate, which happens to be my favorite. And this was his third record, and this one was produced by Mr. C. And it has an amazing track, Put Your Weight on It, that's kind of like Ice Cube's Jackin' for Beats, where the DJ brings in a couple beats and Kane tears it up. So anybody that knows early 90s hip-hop will know this. Back to jazz. Jackie Maclean, 1960. This is a 2015 reissue on Blue Note Records. Capuchin, or Capuchin, I'm not sure how you pronounce it, but Capuchin Swing on Blue Note. And this is definitely a reissue, and I got this for under $14, including shipping from the States, and because it was opened, but The record is minty, cover's minty, still in the shrink. Amazing. The only every track here has pace. This is really heavy. But I got this record here, Bout Soul by Jackie Maclean, and this is probably my favorite one of his. And this one is 1967, still on Blue Note. And I got this at a record sale here in Kingston, and I got it on the first day, and everybody passed on it because of this. We got a bit of water damage. It's still in the shrink, but there's definitely that little bit of water damage. It never got onto the record, and this is amazing. This is free jazz, spoken word, soulful, amazing. This is the type of shit that I really love, and I can't believe I got this, and I got it for $5, so lucky me. Now I'm going to get into a couple of budget records just to show you that if $5 for Jackie Maclean on Blue Note isn't a good deal, then check these ones out. I got this Hank Mobley's 1974 reissue of his 1957 album, Hank Mobley's Message. This one is the reissue on Prestige of their Jazz Classics series. And look at the players. We got Donald Byrd, Jackie Maclean, Barry Harris, Doug Watkins, Arthur Taylor. Amazing record. And I got this for $2 at a record show. Next, I'm going to show you two Grover Washingtons. Grover Washington is really accessible jazz. Everybody seemed to have that. I think it was called Limelight, early 80s record, contemporary jazz with the wine glass and the bottle of wine on the cover. But these two, Mr. Magic and Grover Washington's Soul Box, Volume 1. I got these for $1 each. This cover is beat up a bit, and this one as well, but the vinyls are super nice, super clean, and $2 for both of these records. I got this at an antique mall kind of store, and yeah, both on the Kuduro label. His 1970s stuff I find a lot better, a lot funkier than his 80s stuff is a bit much, but I used to have a lot of Grover Washington, and now this is what I'm left with, and I only paid $2 for both. Just to show you, there's good music out there for a good price. Alright, well, I've said enough for today. Thanks for watching my video, and hit that like and subscribe button if you'd like to see more of these videos. I'll keep coming at you with more of my collection. Alright, talk to you later.